Shraddha. Thank you for joining us in The Road Less Traveled. This is actually a series we're doing with you. Your story has become my new favorite partner for everything. It's almost like we're tied in the umbilical cord. But I'm especially excited to have you, Shraddha, because I want to share a little anecdote of how I and when I first heard of you. About 11 years ago, when Samriddhi was part of my team at the practice, we had this we had a media event. It was supposed to be a really large media event, but it was during the IPL and nobody turned up. And Samriddhi told us, I will ask my sister to send somebody from your story. And I hadn't really heard of your story, but I said, I'll just be happy to have anyone. So if your sister will send someone, that was my memory of having heard of your story as a, saving my face. And then then I was intrigued, and I asked Samriddhi at that time, what is your sister doing? And she explained to me. And honestly, even at that time, I couldn't wrap my head around it, because I think you were so ahead of your time. And today, to what you've created, and Shraddha, for me, my respect for you is not just the brand of your story. It goes into my engagement with your team, right? I love the team. For me, the fact that you have a 22-year-old who will run and manage my event and calm me down, to me, that is Shraddha Sharma's success for me. That you're able to get these young, energetic people, and just really, I know that today, whenever I'm thinking of doing something, I want to do it with your story. Wow. So I'm really, really happy to have you here, Shraddha.
But Sandhya, sorry, I'm interrupting, but this is the most powerful thing that you can say, because you know how it is, right? Like when you get attention, then everyone says, oh, it's like Shraddha Sharma. But I think you have touched a very deep chord in me by saying this, because the biggest pride I take in the last 12 years, is the way I have built the team and the team I have had. Like, so it's a two-way process. But personally, अगर मुझसे पूछा जाए कि क्या चीज़ है जो सबसे सही लगता है, तो I think that the process I have enjoyed is because of the team, and the team has given me the energy. And then somewhere I think that gets completely ignored. And thank you so much for saying this today. Yeah, thank you.
No, for me, and that to me is your success, that you've inspired these people. I just spoke to Anish a second ago, and I said, Anish, how old are you? He said, I'm 22. And he said, I've been your story for 2 years. I said, at 20, I had just learned to walk, never mind work. Right?
Me too.
So, so thanks, Shraddha. I want to rewind back, Shraddha. Especially we live in this entrepreneurship bubble, right? We talk about entrepreneurs. Your story talks about entrepreneurs. Game talks about entrepreneurs. But typically, the average Indian still thinks of a job, right? Largely, and especially 10 years, 12 years back. And you really had a very successful career, right? What was that point when you said, what was that aha moment when you said, I want to be an entrepreneur?
Sandhya, thank you for having me here. And it's always so good to talk to you, because I think one have to admit that sometimes I feel very jealous of you, because I think you do this 100 times better than I do. So, but I also feel very, very good talking. So thank you for having me. What was that aha moment? There was, so to be very honest, there wasn't any aha moment, but there were moments which started getting built. And then one night I said, okay, theek hai. So I'll tell you, I always, in my last role in CNBC and when I was in Times of India, I was fortunate to meet a lot of people, all kinds of people. And sometimes I've realized that the biggest magic, biggest of the things are in the most simple things which most of us ignore. And one of the things which I was like meeting so many people and finding कि सबके पास एक story है. आज मैं कहूँगी because story has become such a cool big word that everyone will relate to it. But in 2008, when the people in Bombay were rushing, how it is, like trying to do things, finish things, and just fend for themselves and for the company that they're working in. I realized that in sab ke bawajood, there is something inherent, intrinsic, and everyone has a story. And who am I to say ki iski story achhi hai, uski nahi hai? Kyunki, and what was also appealing is that, you know, most of the stories were forward looking, most of the stories were hopeful that, you know, tomorrow I will be able to do this. This is what I'm doing, this is what I've done, but tomorrow I'll be able to. And I was thinking that somewhere there was no outlet where they could tell their stories. There was no one listening because all of us are in mad rush. Nobody wants to listen until unless you are very successful. And then one night there was this very successful entrepreneur, and I don't want to name him here. He called and he cried, and I was like shocked because he's such a big man, such a big face in the industry. And he cried and he said, you know, you guys didn't cover my story and you know, my news and all that, because you had so many other people, bigger firms, bigger you know, listed companies. So see, he had his own narrative, but he felt wronged because his voice wasn't heard and his, you know, his story didn't come out. And then I realized that why not give a place, give a platform where everyone can tell their stories, no judgment, no filter कि भैया आप अच्छे हैं, आप नहीं, आप funded हैं, आप funded नहीं है. दिल से story सुनाओ, बिना judgment के, we will listen to it. And it was such a simple idea that I went to people and discussed and said, oh, I'm thinking about this. And everyone said, oh, this is a hobby. This can be a hobby. This can be an NGO. This can be a not-for-profit endeavor that you do. But I said, no, why can't we just give voice to people and tell their stories, in the process inspire other people to say, oh, he's struggling, he's hopeful, she's struggling, but she has this hope and she can figure, you know, so create that. And that's how September 16, 2008, I said, I put a date, launched Your Story, and yeah, and now it's 12 years.
And now it's 12 years. But, you know, in hindsight, especially when people who see the success, you forget that there must have been risks and challenges. Right? There is. I want to know, what did Shraddha Sharma experience in those early days? Because again, I want to highlight that you had a very successful career. It's so easy to hold on to that. What were the risks? What were your challenges, Shraddha?
Yeah, Randhya, you're right. I was, you know how it is in Mumbai that time and media that time. I was in CNBC in a senior role, earning good money. And before that, Times of India was also a place where I had opportunity to work with the, you know, the management, if I may say so, like, you know, be at the center of the activities, both in Times of India and CNBC. So yeah, that way, God, Mumbai, everything, so many things were kind and fate was good. But I still think, you know, and that's what I think about entrepreneurship, that लोग कहते हैं, हिंदी में कहते हैं कि एक कीड़ा होता है जिसको वो काटते रहते हैं, you have to do something about it, and it is actually like that bite, you know, एक होता है ना, मच्छर खून चूसते रहते हैं, you kill it, and you don't kill it, you feel like, oh. So and that's the kind of a thing with when you think of something, and I thought that it's so needed to be done, and that's why I never and other than that, I never thought rationally, logically. I just thought that this needs to be done. And if I have one life, I'm living it, I want to do it. And the second thing I thought कि क्या होगा, fail हो जाऊंगी, कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा, किसी को ये पसंद नहीं आएगा, positive stories are not cool because, you know, the market for positivity is not there. So ये सब हो जाएगा, तो I can speak English well, I can write well, I'm good in business, I understand humans. So कोई ना कोई job तो मिल जाएगा. And when you are young, then you also have that confidence that something, somehow you'll figure it out. So that was one thing. Having said, when I started, it was very hard, Sandhya, very, very hard, very humiliating and very tough. See, every journey when you start, every journey has its lots of downs, lots of problems, lots of hardships. So I was no exception, because the more I listened to people, everyone has tough time. So for me, one was nobody believed in this, like nobody believed in this, because everyone thought that this is not an idea. Ye to,
I didn't, you know, Shraddha, honestly, I didn't even understand it. I think you were so ahead of your time.
You know, so in fact, someone I met, she was, again, some very big person in a very big bank, the biggest bank, if I may say so. So I had met her a few years back, and I met her last year, and she told me the same thing. She said, you know, I saw your passion, I saw your earnestness, and you came and you blabbered for so long in my office, but I didn't understand what you are doing. I couldn't make out the head or tail. But now she says that I feel so proud, and now I connect back and understand what you were doing. So yeah, so it was not that people were consciously not believing in it, because of course it was ahead of its time. The thinking, now I look back, of course now so many people are doing it, but thinking was new, novel at that time. Storytelling, positivity were new words at that time. So yes, uh, I can say it as I could that time I used to feel very let down or very bad that nobody's understanding, you're speaking, आपको pride है कि मैं बोल अच्छे से सकती हूँ, story सुना सकती हूँ अच्छी, और आपकी story पे कोई नहीं believe कर रहा है, because everyone is like saying what does it mean. So that was one. Second was that I still remember a story I'll tell you, Sandhya, that I went to meet an entrepreneur. He wanted his story to be told. And I think the person who connected me to meet him and tell his story said that she's from CNBC or something, right? So I went and met him, and then I still remember it was in Andheri East or Chakala somewhere. I go, and he was in the gaming business, and he says, "Oh, so what's your name?" I said, "Shraddha," and yeah, so so where will this come, when will this come? So I said, listen, this is going to come in your story, and this is what I want to hear your story in totality, completely. He said, oh, but I thought you were from CNBC. I said, no, I am not. This is not to cover news, but this is to cover your whole life journey and your story. So he said, he actually blasted the girl who had introduced us in front of me. That young girl, she started crying. She said, what kind of people do you get to my office? Who is she? She could be some person from here and there. What is your story, and what name is your story? Please, can you go out of my office and not waste my time? What kind of scam you guys are doing? I don't want to waste my time talking to just anybody. I'm only interested in talking to brands, which I blah blah. So I don't want to even get there. It still makes me very emotional. And said that I don't care about, you don't try to build your brand by telling my story. Unknown entity ho, ye ho, wo ho. And I was okay with him. Of course, I was shocked with him talking like that, but I was felt very bad for this girl, because she really tried to help him, that nobody is listening to his story, because his grudge was that nobody is listening to his story, and she got that, okay, at least this person will listen. And I walked down of that building that day, and I cried, right? Like I had tears in my eyes, because I can't even narrate the way he talked to me. And especially, see, understand, I was in a very senior role, used to a certain kind of attention in CNBC, and here I am, unknown entrepreneur, wanting to listen to your story, in your story. And the way he'd asked, I was not used to. So this was the start of many of these behaviors, but I was not used to someone telling me, like, get out, right? Like, because you are unknown, and you are and I don't want to share my story with you. So I walked down and I cried that day. But Sandhya, that also gave me determination, that ये नहीं अपनी स्टोरी सुनाना चाह रहा है, आज ये नहीं वैल्यू कर रहा है, मगर एक दिन ऐसा होगा कि ऐसे और ऐसे हजार entrepreneurs कॉल करेंगे और कहेंगे कि I value what you're doing, this is valuable, and I want you to tell my story. And today I still get emotional. My team, all of them feel very good, because we get so many inbounds from across the country, people wanting to tell their stories, and I'm thankful. But yeah, but that was also the day when this happened. And also, in terms of believing that there's a business model to it, there can be a business model to it, uh, was a huge, it has been an uphill task. It's still a task to say that, yes, there is a very strong business model. It's a business, it's it's profitable. ये सब बताने में, करने में time लगा, मगर लोगों का विश्वास नहीं था. But the thing, Sandhya, that worked for me is that for all these kind of a thing, and the second thing which I have to tell, and everyone will say, oh, she's bringing the woman angle and all those angles, because honestly, I don't bring any angle. Yeah, it's no angle or anything. मतलब मेरे जीवन का सत्य, मेरा सत्य, my truth is that सब कहने लगे ना, first people used to say, oh, she is so good in PR, as if being good in PR is, first of all, there's so many levels of judgment, that, oh, she's so good in PR, she smiles so much, she laughs so much, she talks so much. And then I heard, oh, she networks at night, or she does this. Like the kind of stories, the urban legend around me were so amazing. Or that I used to cry, वो बहुत clever है, बहुत shrewd है, बहुत पियारिश है, मतलब हर चीज थी मैं, मगर एक pure intent कि भैया positive story. Job chodi hu, salary chodi hu. My mother used to cry that she'd lost her brain just because there was so much heart and purpose. And when I used to hear that at that time, Sandhya, I'm telling you, I was so emotional. I used to cry. I used to feel so hurt, humiliated, and I was always trying to justify. No, 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 you don't see this. And so they were. So I'm just saying, everyone goes through this. I experienced it a lot, but the best part and why I am here today is I anchored, and I'm telling you, it's a practice, it's a meditation, it's like brushing your teeth every day. I practiced and fell in love with every startup entrepreneur whose story I told, and that person cried that your first time listening to my story, you are understanding. And when I used to cover the story, used to come, it was like a party and a celebration moment in their lives. And that anchored me so much that, oh, what I'm doing matters. And I'm only going to focus on people who will feel valued, who I will listen without judgment, and whom I will give a voice. And you know, that process, I don't know how it happened, where I started ignoring all the negative noises and concentrating only कि भैया जिसका भला कर सकते हैं अच्छे से कर सकते हैं, और उसमें अपना खुद का भला हो रहा है. क्योंकि I used to get healed so much, you know, just listening non-judgmentally to a story, bringing the positivity out of it, giving them a platform is such a, you know, anyone who does good, I think we say, oh, kitna acha kar raha hai. But people who do good, you know, I think they are very selfish because they are always happy, they are always healed, and they are always high on energy. And I think I started laser focusing on that. And then the numbers increased and increased and increased and increased. Today we've done 80,000 stories of people, reach millions of people, and people love us. And there is this, बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि आज trust है. आज people can call me and say कि ये कर दो, वो story करवा दो. And it cuts across the team. And today we are a team of 120 people, and everyone has that passion, that energy. People who've been here, people who've left the company. It has become into a very powerful ecosystem and nurturing ecosystem. And that's what I would like to tell every entrepreneur ki dard is absolutely going to be there. And you know, this talk I had done, right? जो नहीं मिलता है वही दौड़ाता है. जिंदगी में बहुत चीजें नहीं मिली मुझे initially, and it was so hard. And ask anyone with a little bit of heart will always get hurt a lot more. But the thing is that do you say that, oh, I'll become stone-hearted? वो हो नहीं पाता है क्योंकि heart है. दूसरा that do you focus on all the negativity that is coming your way? If you do, then you'll be eaten, you'll get killed, you'll get destroyed. Or you say, it's going to be a meditative experience, going to be hard, but I am going to focus only on positive and people who value me and I value them. And then that universe, you know, there's abundance, there's such magic that today it has become, you know, I get overwhelmed every day. And I write this journal every night that there's so much now in my life to be thankful, because the network that you've created in the country, when I traveled to Germany or US, or I went to Singapore, you know, there are so many people who've been impacted with your story. I was in New York last year, and you know, I went to Starbucks it was so cold, to get coffee, and suddenly some guy comes and he says, hey, you Shraddha? I said, yeah. He said, oh, you know, I was in India and I was doing a startup, but now I'm working over here, and you know, your story has inspired me so much. So that magic which you see happening with millions of people, that happens when you have focus. And I think I focused.
I feel like for me, you know, I've got goosebumps listening to you, Shraddha.
I spoke so much.
No, not because you've spoken so much with having lived what I feel more than your focus. You found your purpose.
Yeah.
I feel your story is your purpose, right?
Yeah.
They say,
oh, it gives me goosebumps. Yeah.
And that's amazing, because for me, I still haven't found my purpose, right? And I think that's okay. But
yeah.
When I see someone like you, and for you, I don't think it's work.
Yeah.
Your story is not work, right? It's
No.
your purpose. And I think for me, that's what I take away from what you just spoke about. But, you know, not to want to, you know, push on, there must have been unhappy moments. We touched on that. But I want to ask you a question. Now you can look back and, you know, with a certain amount of success, look at it without rose-tinted glasses. And then would you today have done anything differently in this journey, Shraddha?
That's a very good question. Would I have done anything different? Yes, one or two things. One, I always say, it's a journey is, one is the journey you make, and one is the inner journey you make, and the mind journey you make. I wish I was a little more sorted and a little less emotional, because I spent a lot of time just crying and feeling miserable and self-pitying and having self-esteem issue. So all those things I had. So I wish, but I honestly, I also don't wish that it was any other way, because my confidence is a very hard earned, and my joy is very hard earned. So anyway, so maybe a little bit of more balance in terms of that. And the second thing would be, if I had done anything differently, I think I I think I would, I am, if I, it's hard to say this, but it's a fact. I am more on an entrepreneur. If I have to see from a 12-year lens, I'm slightly on the conservative side. If and I would say that, but most people looking at me would say that, oh, she is a conservative entrepreneur in the way I have built the business, right? So because for me, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, कम पैसा हो मगर प्रॉफिटेबल हो, अपना पैसा हो, एक तरीके से हो, वो चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थी, because I knew that there is no fallback for me. There's no one who's going to give me money, neither in my family or from outside, right? And it was not that investors were chasing me, or I was it was an attractive deep tech company. So but that also, over time, I bootstrapped for so many years that I think I became slightly conservative. And I maybe, again, I don't know if it's a black and white answer, but maybe if I was not so conservative, then what I've done in 12 years, maybe I could have done it in 8 9 years, or I don't know. So that is something I do think about. I don't have an answer, but yeah, today, if it works out very well for me, then it would be a strength. It would be called, oh, she was a prudent conservative. It will look very cool. But if ultimately there's no big outcome out of your story, at least for the shareholders and the world, then it will be, ha, bahut conservative thi. So yeah, so that's something I think
There are
about.
two sides of that coin, right?
Yeah.
You live in the world of entrepreneurs, and we always talk about traits. We are always trying to identify what are these traits that entrepreneurs have, like they're a separate species. My first question, do you think there are some of these peculiar traits or specific traits entrepreneurs have? And what is that trait you think you have that you see in other entrepreneurs? That there's that, apart from the having that kida to succeed and
Yeah.
following your passion.
Yeah, so honestly, I don't know if it's entrepreneur, but anyone whom I see does well, right? Like, so I see it from the lens of anyone whom I've seen in the long run do well. There are 2 3 things I've seen consistently in people across. I'm cutting it across. I'm saying, be it a politician, and some. See, for me, an entrepreneur is more of people who define their own journeys and do their own
Who are
things.
being entrepreneurial, whether they're entrepreneurs or not.
Yeah. So 2 3 things. One, I would say that very very cliched, but there is no मतलब ये एक चीज मैंने देखा है कि जो बहुत सक्सेसफुल होते हैं वो इंटरनलाइज कर लेते हैं कि शॉर्टकट है ही नहीं मतलब देयर नथिंग लाइक शॉर्टकट सो दे नो दैट shortcuts are only in some streets and in some localities and in some highways you get a bypass, but in life, when you are building and wanting to be in a greater place, in a better place, so they realize that there is no shortcut. It's a long road. There's no overnight success. So that is, and they're ready for that. So what it also means is that perseverance, जो एक small neglected trait है, perseverance, उसको अंडर एस्टिमेट करते हैं, but I think perseverance should be given the highest ranking when it comes to long-term successes. When I've seen it, people have persisted the good, the bad, and the ugly in their life. One. Second is, I've seen that there is a huge innate hunger to people whom I've seen succeed, is that there is a constant internal hunger to learn, to grow. Like, they want to improve, not just because, oh, it's my company, or not because, oh, someone will give me this, or I'll make more money, but there is that internal thing to get better, to be better, to grow. Because you'll meet them after 1 year, you'll say, oh, now they have so much more perspective, and they constantly polish themselves internally. So that hunger for learning, for growing. Third, I've seen is I'm a huge fan of this, is abundance of enthusiasm, because enthusiasm is not something you can get injected into, because enthusiasm is the first thing that disappears when the tough time happens or tough things become, because then you get into this whole shell, you uh, uh, feel low, and you get into this questioning mindset. But that abundance of enthusiasm helps you see things in a very different way, and respond to things very different way, or come out when you are fallen or you're depressed, come out, bounce back quicker. So these are some of the things. And the fourth, which I give a lot of value, when I've seen, and I have the people whom I've admired, they also have a tendency to give back. So even, it's not that you have to be a billionaire or a millionaire to give back. They give back in small ways to people around them, to their colleagues, to, there's a general tendency to help, to be nice, to say good things. And that's again something not, we don't talk about much. So these are some of the traits which I've seen consistently in people who have done well in the long term, who have genuinely built something, genuinely built value, and people whom I respect. And I think, I don't know, like, I'll not praise myself and say, oh, I have all these and I'm so amazing. But I think, I think intrinsically, I'm a person who is very hungry also to improve. And I'm also intrinsically a person who chooses, is the word, chooses every day when I wake up to see the world with rose tinted glasses and to see the sunshine. Even if it's raining, every day I have made it, and now it's so part of me that I see the sunshine, and I do daily many things to make this happen. But yeah, and that positive ability, the ability to see things, and when I'm sleeping at night, then I don't carry any hurt baggage. Even if I have to cry, I'll cry, but then I'll thank God. Even if I don't feel like that day, it has become such a habit. I'll thank God. I'll write my journal, and feel, and it has, संध्या मैं नहीं कह सकती हूँ मेरी लाइफ में कितना मैजिक है. People meet me over the years and they say, oh, you're such a positive person, you have so much of energy, how do you get this? Many people say, oh, are you doping or something? I hear such random things that everyone is talking, how do you get this energy? I think this energy I get because I decide to see things in a hopeful, positive way. My life has been tough, my personal journey, my personal life has been difficult, my childhood has been difficult, my sister, all of us, but I've chosen, and I think those are things that एक्चुअली क्यों कल सक्सेस होगा फेलियर होगा किसको पता है, और क्या होता है सक्सेस या फेलियर, एंड व्हाट्स द बेंचमार्क ऑफ सक्सेस और फेलियर. बिकॉज टुडे एज आई एम ग्रोइंग ओल्ड, एज आई एम पासिंग माय इयर्स, आई एम रियलाइजिंग to be happy, I need to be happy every day. And what do I need to do to be happy? And I have realized that I'm happier when I'm helping people, because that makes me happy, and giving people makes me happy. And God sends a lot of happiness my ways when I'm generous and okay and not mean and not questioning or not mistrusting. So those things I've experimented in my own life, and that has brought that sense of happiness, and I want to enjoy the process. I'm enjoying the process. So yeah.
No, my two favorite things about you, and a lot of people think I know you very well because I'm always talking about your story, and I tell them, no, I know Shraddha's sister really well. I've met Shraddha just twice, but I'm observing you, all right? I see your interviews. I feel like my two favorite things about you is I see the rose tinted glasses. I'm like that. I love that you haven't lost that. And the second thing that you said, which I really like about you, is you're choosing to be exactly who you want to be. You're owning it,
Yeah.
and I never lose that. I don't think you will. You haven't lost in the last 12 years, but I love those things about you. But Shraddha, we can't have a conversation with the founder of Your Story and not have her tell us a story about some person who has inspired her, some entrepreneurial story that's not yours, something.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are many, but the one you can share with us.
So Sandhya, again, see, I always feel very unjust answering this question. It's like about asking, not
choosing.
Yeah, it's like, I don't have kids, but it's like, but I have two dogs who are my kids and my soulmates. So it's like, everyone says, oh, which one do you like? Who is closer to you? And I'm like, one is this side, one is this side. And I sleep with both of them on both sides, and you love them equally. So stories somehow have a way, and many stories in the last 12 years have had such an impact on me. I've become so close with so many people that it's difficult. But having said that, I'll give you, because it's so recent, the recency of it is, I would say, that I see him as an entrepreneurial person, is that the person who has impacted me a lot in terms of in the positive way is Ratan Tata, because I have had the fortune of spending some time with him. I'd gone to his house and spent some time and did interview. I always say that whenever we get to know a person, जैसे हम किसी से भी पास आते हैं, close आते हैं, then we get to see their fallacies and shortcomings, right? Like, because we look at, oh my God, he's such a superstar, or she's so amazing. And when we come closer and we spend time, then we say, oh, ये तो हाँ ठीक है, मतलब was this the man of
the chinks in the armor?
Yeah, exactly. But with him, one thing I have realized are certain things which are so intrinsic and so amazing, and small things. I'm just going to today say what impacts me most. The small things about him are things that I think the stories that stay with me, because every time you meet him, the sense of humility, and you can make out, right? Like after a point, you can make out that this is not something which is put on, but this is something very natural. The way I see him treating everyone, be it anyone, like the topmost person to a staff, everyone is treated with so much affection. And some of these things to me are very high standard. Like, we all have a standard. To me, standard is not the money you earn or the cars you blah 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 blah. These are the standards. किस तरह से वो सबको treat करते हैं, कैसे बात करते हैं. He's so old, getting up to open the door. Those basic manners over and over. When you see that, the view for the country, that the view that, hey, I have to give back, and always having that sense, that natural instinct to give to people, to be helpful. I see that in him, and that those things are so natural and so intrinsic when you spend time, when you get to know. And I think those are things, to me, those are stories, those are values, the good old values, which I don't want to lose. And I don't, and to me, those are very powerful, because I realize that you can be as old, you can be not in the power of things, but you still have the power within you to help. And he had told me a story which I've written about it. So he said that, I said, oh, Mr. Tata, what do you want to do now? Now that you are you have all the time and everything. So he was saying that, I've always wanted to learn piano. So I said, yeah, but you can. And he has a very beautiful house, very simple, but beautiful house. So I said, you can. But he said, no, the piano I want is of some amount of rupees, which was not even much. I said, that you can buy, no? That's so easy. You can buy it. He's saying, no, that's expensive. I will not spend so much of money on piano. So I said, Mr. Tata, please, nobody in this country will buy this, that you can't buy the piano. But it was a natural thing that जो हम कहते हैं ना, इतना महंगा है, कैसे खरीदें? You don't expect him to say in that same very natural way कि इतना महंगा है, कैसे खरीदें? And to me, those things I value in people, I value in leaders, generosity, giving, ability to reach out and connect and be very authentic. And I also favor people who still value their heart. And so though he has inspired me a lot.
Again, cannot agree with you more. I always say being kind and being a good human being can never go out of fashion, whichever part of or whichever rung of the ladder you are in. So completely agree with you. I'm going to, I've enjoyed this conversation, and we can go on for the next 3 hours. But you're founder and you have lots of things to do. I'm going to jump into a rapid fire question. I feel you've already answered my first question, but I'll ask you again. Maybe you have a different answer from this perspective. Your favorite entrepreneur icon?
Many. But I'll rattle off the name. Ratan Tata, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, as a woman, the way she conducts herself, and with her age, the fire that she has in her belly to go on and conquer the world and do more. A lot of young entrepreneurs, Srihar Shah of Swiggy, Bhavish of Ola, Vijay Shekhar Sharma for standing over the years, the Bansals of Flipkart, I could go on. This is difficult for me to answer, because for me, all the people who are doing something are icons, and there's so much to learn. So Randhya, I don't know.
There are
Um,
lots. You look
yeah,
up to a lot.
yeah, yeah.
The mistake you've made, Shraddha, that you would advise entrepreneurs starting out not to make?
Plan your cash for 1.5 to 2 years, because if someone says you'll get money in 6 months, 3 months, it never happens. It never ever happens. So have a cash reserve, because the fuel to run becomes, when the fuel starts, the gas starts disappearing, then stress of very, it's like a migraine that stays with you. So please don't underestimate. Don't think कि funding मिल जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, उधर से आ जाएगा. प्लान करके कि 1 साल एटलीस्ट के लिए मेरे पास पैसा है, रिजर्व है, एंड देन स्टार्ट अप. अदरवाइज इट्स नॉट इजी.
The most overrated entrepreneurial trait?
Passion.
Ha, I agree.
I hate the word passion. What does passion mean? Yeah. Like, you have to be passionate. What is passionate?
Exactly, which was why when I said in the beginning of our conversation, I feel you found your purpose. That's not passion. That's, so
Yeah.
great. I agree with you. I feel like the next one I know the answer to, but I'm going to ask you: failing in learning or success without learning?
Failing, and then learning, and hopefully then success.
Great. 5 years from now, Shraddha, what would you like to be doing?
Sunday, you're asking me, मुझे 5 घंटे के बाद क्या करूंगी नहीं पता. But definitely, I keep saying this. I love nature. I love animals. I love girl children. I love to, this purpose. One is I'll continue to do your story definitely all the time. But I definitely want to do something for girl. I think I'm in a place now where I want to do more for girls, girl child. I want to do more for animals. And at the same time, I want to be selfish enough to say that, hey, I've earned it. I have worked very hard. After 5 years, I would love to, like everyone says, ना कभी travel नहीं किया, holiday नहीं कभी किया मैंने international, holiday के लिए कभी नहीं गई हूँ international. तो एक international holiday trip, या तो 5 साल या उससे पहले, अभी तो pandemic हो गया, but I love to go somewhere just without any agenda of work and enjoy.
I'm going to check in with you in 5 years and plan that holiday with you. I'm great at planning holidays. Ask Samriddhi. Okay?
We'll go together.
Yes, we'll do together. And finally, a quote which inspires you. Do you have one?
Yes, a lot of it. Uh, this quote by Rumi has had a very deep impact, because Sandhya, जैसे age के साथ, time के साथ, experience के साथ, you realize we all grow, we all have been taught moral science in school and in growing up and our parents, but somewhere I think it messes up with our brain. So with time, I've realized this quote is so defining for me. Beyond the idea of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field. I will meet you there, by Rumi. I love that, because life is not black and white. Life is multicolored, beige, red, gray, yellow, and that to me is
That's
very defining.
beautiful. And I cannot think of a better way to have ended this conversation with that quote. Life is definitely not black and white. It's many shades of Shraddha. More power to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandhya. Thanks. I love talking to you. I have to say this. You are very nice to me, and I feel very motivated. Thank you.